Happy New Year, everyone! It is January 2nd, which is a huge day in my life history. 9 years ago today, I broke my jaw my senior year of college, and it kind of changed the trajectory of my post-college life, which through a series of events led to 5 years ago today, my now husband asking me out on a date. And then the next January 2nd, I got proposed to. We got engaged on our 1-year anniversary. So lots of stuff has happened on January 2nd in our little family. Then the next January 2nd was our first midwife appointment, which was our first ultrasound where we got to see our now daughter. Yeah, anyway, the one that kicked it all off was January 2nd, 2012. I was home from college for winter break. In high school, I had worked at a movie theater, and so I just decided to pick up a few hours there just to make up a little extra cash. Little did I know that things were coming. Yeah, so it was kind of towards the end of the night. Me and a coworker were taking a huge cart of trash out to the trash compactor, and we had loaded it all up in the machine, and we closed the door, and all you have to do is just step off this little curb to push a button to get the machine running. But being January 2nd in the Midwest, it was very icy outside. So I slipped and landed on my chin, just going to push a button off of a curb. So it was bleeding a little bit, but I didn't really know what all was wrong. There was just a lot of shock of what just happened. And my manager came and was like, we should probably take you to the ER, which was thankfully like across the street. But I think she still drove me there. Yeah, we definitely didn't walk. She drove me to the ER. They called my mom, who met us there, and she thankfully was the one that was like, we should do a CAT scan. We should do some sort of scan just to see what all is going on there, because in high school, I had had a lot of problems with my jaw locking closed and had gone through all of this orthodontia to prevent that from happening. I'd done all of this work to fix my jaw and then broke it. So they found out on the scan that it was broken, and it was my first time getting stitches as well. I think I got like 4-ish stitches. Yeah, I have a picture. They were out, they normally do black thread so that it's really easy for them to see when it's time to take them out. Or, I don't know, for some reason they were out of black thread, so they only had clear thread. And so it looked kind of like I had like chin hairs, but you know, it was also like red and stuff too, so, but that was lovely. But the reason that this was all worse for me was that my major in college was flute performance, and I was 2 weeks away from all of my grad school auditions for flute performance. So having a broken jaw makes you not able to play the flute. So that kind of changed my plans, and I ended up going to instrument repair school earlier than I expected. I wanted to do it after getting my master's, but now I do not have a master's degree, which is okay. I love instrument repair. I love working with my hands. I love showing people how to work with their hands as well. So it's all fun. So we found out my jaw was broken, and then we went to our oral surgeon that had done my wisdom teeth back in high school, and he knew 2 different ways to wire the jaw shut so that that bone stays in place and has time to heal. And there was one that was a lot more invasive, but then there's an older one, I guess, called Ivy loop wiring. So you couldn't even tell from the front of my mouth that I had wires. I had to pull it back to show where it was, and it gave you just slightly more room, and I had to promise him that I would not try to play the flute with it, and I don't know how you would, because you need your mouth to be open anyway. But it was very nice to have just that little bit of leeway for getting slightly thicker smoothies through and stuff like that. So I went to YouTube to try to find some ideas of meals or some tricks that I was missing to make eating slightly less miserable, and couldn't really find anything, but this was 2012. I know YouTube's come a long way since then. But I decided to film a video to help other poor broken jaw people out as to how to switch up your meals, how to make the most of drinking all of your meals. I ended up being wired shut for a total of 6 weeks. Thankfully, wasn't as long as it could have been, and then was probably about a month-long process of easing back into fully solid foods, you know, like carrot sticks or like crunchy things. Had a lot of soup still after the wires came off, but at least it was chunkier soup. So big step up there. Anyway, I thought it would be fun. I found the footage from me filming this YouTube video and failing to successfully upload it and show you all now. So I filmed it on my MacBook and it sounds like it's about to take off into space. So I'm sorry about the weird hum on the top and the fan sound. I did what I could to minimize it, but I hope you enjoy past me explaining how to eat with a broken jaw.
Hi YouTube, I'm doing a tutorial today on how to survive with a broken jaw. I'm sure I look really great while I'm talking, and I hope you can understand me. I broke my jaw at work last week or two ago, and so I've had to have my jaw wired shut. The good thing about being broken at work, though, is I have workman's comp, so that's nice. Yeah. So I've been doing this whole like liquid food thing for about a week, and I was looking around YouTube to see how other people did it, if they had any other ideas, and I couldn't really find that many videos on it, which was weird. So I decided to make one, because I feel like I've been doing okay. I mean, there's not a whole lot of food choices, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be, so that's nice. When you have a broken jaw, it's really important to like keep the nutrition up, even though you can only have liquid food things. So the main aspects of keeping your nutrition up is definitely protein. You need like a bunch of protein, obviously, because you can't like have a hunk of meat or something. Carbohydrates are good for energy and stuff like that. And then surprisingly, you actually need to keep your calories up, because a lot of like protein stuff is like low calorie to help you lose weight. People like me don't need to lose weight, so actually I have to look at that, keep my calories up. Anyway, because you have to have like nutrition in liquid form, it's really great to have protein powder, obviously. So what I did is I got 2 different kinds. I got like a vanilla thing at Walmart, and so this is like my sweet protein powder for like smoothies and shakes. And then I got, phone ringing, hang on. Okay. So you have your sweet protein powder for like smoothies and stuff, and then I got like a salty protein powder, which is like supposed to be not flavored, but it tastes kind of like chicken. Anyway, it's called Raw Protein. We got it at Whole Foods, so I don't know if you can get this one at Walmart, but this one has like, I think 17 grams of protein in each thing, and this has like crap ton, like 26 grams of protein. Woo! Yeah, so those are the 2 things that I do, and I just put it in everything I eat because I don't really have like a desire to eat that much, so when I do, I want it to be like really filling and really good. Yeah, so there's pretty much 3 things that are like commonly in liquid form that I like having, which is soup, so I put in the salty protein stuff. And I've been doing like a potato soup with like blended chicken, which looks kind of gross, but you know, you get used to it. Yeah, so soup, and then for like sweet stuff, I either have like a milkshake or something, and you definitely want to put like real ice cream in it, because then you can get calories. Woo! Yeah, milkshake, fruit smoothie with the vanilla protein powder, because you don't taste it that much. That's pretty much all I've had. But, you know, there's different flavorings, and you can get different extract flavors. Like, I really like almond extract, like vanilla milkshake with almond is really good. I like it a lot. Oh yeah, you can have, like, normal hot drinks, like hot chocolate and stuff like that, but you have to be careful about how you blend it. That's the next part I was going to talk about, is blending the stuff together. So you can have, like, hot soups and hot drinks and stuff, but it's a lot better if you blend the protein powder in when it's cold. I don't know why, but it just mixes a lot better instead of like chunking up. Oh, and even if you're going to have a hot drink like hot chocolate, like blend it like in a legitimate blender. Don't just like hand stir it, because That's disgusting. Like, it doesn't blend as well. Use a blender. Blenders are great. Sort of. I'm never going to use one again after this is over. I was going to say something. I don't remember. Oh, when you're blending it, you're going to be drinking everything through a straw, obviously, because, I don't know, can't open it. So before you like dump it out into whatever like cup you're using, just stick the straw straight in the blender and make sure that it's gonna like, it's thin enough to get through. Otherwise it's really annoying and you have to like wash out your mouth every like sip you take, and that takes forever. So just make sure it's thin enough. 3 really good ways to thin things are water, milk, and then like chicken broth, chicken bouillon. If you're doing a soup, like you can thin it down with that so it's still flavorful. And not everything's just like water. It's got the consistency of it, but it doesn't taste like it, so that's good. Yeah. Oh, drinking it. So it's kind of a complicated process. I have ivy loop wiring, so you can't really see it very well. I know some people get like arch bars, and so I don't know how much movement you have with those. But you don't like, I'm supposed to go for the hole in the back where like my wisdom tooth is supposed to be, and that's what I do. I just stick the straw way back there. But there's like a tiny little gap all around, so I just kind of work my way around, and some places have slightly more give than others as far as how much you can open it, so just kind of work your way around the straw. Be careful, I jogged myself in the gums with it one time, so that's not fun. But yeah. So pretty much just do that, and pretty much anything you have that's not straight up liquid is going to have a couple chunks in it, so you might get blocked up. So what I do is I have like 1 cup with whatever I'm drinking, and then just another cup for water, and you just kind of like swish it around and spit it out. It's kind of disgusting for me, I don't know. But that way you can just like clear it out, keep drinking till it gets plugged up again, and then swish it around. That's pretty much how I drink. But it's been a week and I've only lost like half a pound, so that's really, really good. Healthy eating, do whatever tastes good. Good luck!